Hey, welcome back to another tax tip sponsored by Ferguson Financial Solutions. I'm Joshua Ferguson, and we decided to take a break from taxes to introduce to you the Taxpayer Bill of Rights. For those who missed the previous episodes, the Taxpayer Bill of Rights outlines the 10 fundamental rights taxpayers have when dealing with the IRS. These rights cover a range of topics from paying taxes to appealing a decision. Without further ado, let's put on that scuba gear and dive right in to taxpayer right number 8, the right to confidentiality. Now, taxpayers can expect that any information they provide to the IRS will be kept confidential, meaning that taxpayer information will not be used or disclosed unless explicit permission has been given by the taxpayer or by law. A common example of this is when a taxpayer is applying for a mortgage or a student loan, they have the option to have the IRS directly give information about them and their tax situation to the mortgage originator or the student loan originator. Taxpayers can also expect that appropriate action will be taken against IRS agents, return preparers, and others who wrongfully use or disclose confidential taxpayer information. The IRS cannot contact third parties, such as your employer, your neighbors, your friends, or your bank, to get information to use to adjust or collect the tax you owe, unless you are given reasonable advance notice. Now, that same confidentiality protection that you have with your attorney, that also applies to certain communications between you and your representative. Confidential communications are those communications that advise you on tax matters within the practitioner's scope of authority, communications that would be confidential between you and your attorney, and communications that relate to non-criminal tax matters before the IRS. All right, everyone, let's surface and take that scuba gear off. That concludes our deep dive into taxpayer right number 8, the right to confidentiality. Thank you for joining us today and continuing to join us for this underwater adventure where we dive into each of the 10 taxpayer rights. Ferguson Financial Solutions values confidentiality, and they can be reached by calling 907-395-4027, or better yet, visit them at fergusontaxpros.com. As always, if there are any tax topics that you would like to know more about, leave them in the comments section. Remember to like this video, share this video, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching and for joining us on this journey as we dive into each of the 10 taxpayer rights.